stream. Okay, we live stream. Please do not support it during the live stream. Okay. All right, so let's see where we at. We are the last couple of camps that you're at. You starting to see gang activity. This around about 2000. Oh no.
Yeah, it was around about 2000.
Okay.
When it really started kicking off. But then like I said back then, I was in the process of changing my life, becoming better. You know, I had but you know, being in that world, it's like it's in that prison world, and I became Muslim.
Okay.
And but the thing about me that I never wanted to, you know, like I used to talk to my Muslim brothers. They always was trying to get me to take my shahada, but I ain't want no mark on my name, like I got in an incident, and you know how people say he's scared, he became Muslim, or, you know, I ain't want nothing surrounding my name when I took my shahada. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just wanted some studying, some learning, some educating myself about the religion before I took my shahada.
Okay.
Before I came Muslim. And becoming Muslim, you know, you end up learning. You're gonna do a lot of learning, and you're gonna have to deal with some gang shit too. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy, because like you start seeing life differently. You know, like at one time, me being the oppressor, you know, oppressing the dorm, stealing and taking away from people, you know, growing up, learning, you begin to hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? You begin to go against those guys who doing the oppressing, who's holding the dorm down, who's taking advantage of people. And you know, the Bloods don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had a sign on our dorm, NBA, no Bloods allowed.
For real?
Yeah. You know, and but when we took the sign down and started letting them in, the bullshit came with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be able to control that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna never really be able to control no man. You can control situations to degrees. But we don't bump head. You know, as being Muslim, bump head with the Bloods a lot. You know?
I've done stories on the Muslims versus the Bloods.
Yeah.
And so you saying that y'all have had a real run-ins with each other?
Definitely.
Do you remember why?
Basically, it's always every time we don't have a little run-in with them, it always be some dorm shit. You know, they trying to oppress the dorm.
Yeah.
And, you know, being Muslim, you can't allow that. You know what I'm saying? You to protect other people.
When you say oppress the dorm, what does that mean?
You know, like the Bloods, they want to control the dormitory. And control the dorm, taking from the dorm, taking from the people. You know, they just really being young niggas, and you know, us being older niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know, we want more peace, and they ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand it because I don't been there. You know, but I don't change. I don't grow up. You know, and change is gonna come. They're gonna come with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but that prison life, man, it's just something different, man. It's, like a lot of people be wanting to gain an understanding of it, but it's no understanding. Because like everybody experiencing that motherfucker different.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just like some people, they may been there before you or after you, and you can give them your experience, and because they didn't experience what you experienced, you know what I'm saying, they can't handle it.
Yeah.
Oh man, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that no more. I don't give a fuck how it is. I don't.
Yeah.
But I still communicate with guys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I still communicate with quite a few guys.
Yeah.
But, and I'm gonna tell you, like, one thing I always tell, guys, man, if you got a good girl, keep her.
Yeah.
You really don't understand what that woman is going through until you get out here and you got to go through it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Man, life is hard, and you never really just see the hardship of life until you get out here. Being locked up, you think everything easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, she can go to the bank and get that money. She can send me a money order. Mm-hmm. She can send me a green dot. Mm-hmm. She can do that. Man, it's hard out here, man.
Yeah, it's different.
If anybody making sacrifices for you, man, respect that person. Love that person.
Yeah.
Appreciate that person, man.
At some point in time while you're in there and you are a Muslim and you are a community, you have to protect and coach and you almost got to be like a gang within itself.
Nah. See, the biggest difference in Muslims and gang members is like, say if me and you get mad at each other, mm-hmm. I'm Muslim, you're civilian, mm-hmm. and you violate, and I want to fight. Mm-hmm. You don't want to fight. I can't fight you.
By law,
I can't
according
fight
to,
you.
Okay.
I cannot fight you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Gang members, they can fight you. Yeah. They gonna fight you.
Yeah. Believe it.
But it's just certain things that, like, our blood, our honor, it's sacred. Mm-hmm. And we just die about it.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for me is dealing with Muslim is, when you go into the TC, Transition Center, you going home. That's you really home.
Yeah.
And I had to send one back to prison. I had to put him on the door.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At the TC?
At the TC.
No, are we talking about on punts?
Phillips.
Okay.
Yeah. And he on the dope.
Oh.
He on the dope, and he don't got into it with blood.
When you say the dope, are we talking about strips?
Strips, meth.
Damn.
He don't got into it with blood, the GD. Swung on a Muslim. And he swung on a Muslim. You got to go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no ifs, ands, buts about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go. Because you either go or I have to, because we can beat your ass now.
Yeah.
But I can send all us back or I can send your ass back.
You got to go.
You got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To one degree or another, you're almost a protector as a unit you're almost a protector.
Yeah.
Is that one of the things that our community is missing?
It's definitely missing it, you know, but one thing that, you know, we gonna, as a community, we can see all the good over here,
Mm-hmm.
but we're gonna find some bad in it.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, we're gonna find some bad in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
You know,
like,
but
as
one thing that
people don't like changes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless they bring them about. You know, like your job. Your job will say, well, we used to do this. We ain't doing that no more. We doing this.
Mm-hmm.
You be like, oh, hell nah, man, I'm gonna quit this shit.
Yeah.
Man, I don't like this shit. But it just changes. Change is gonna come about, you know, in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tomorrow's gonna be different. The day after gonna be different. But people don't want changes in their life. But change is gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. And like black people, you can have Muslims, Christians, or whatever in your neighborhood fighting for you, but they gonna find some wrong in that.
Yeah.
You know, because they gonna think because this person fighting for you, you gotta fight for this person,
Mm-hmm.
and they gonna reject that. And we not saying that you gotta fight. We just gonna fight for you.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's gonna be a part of it in the back of a person's mind that it's another reason behind this shit.
Mm.
But we still need it though. We still need it. We need all the help we can get.
Yeah.
Our kids, our families, we need all the help we can get.
How do we get to the point where freedom starts to look like a real option? What is mom doing in the background to get these 2 consecutive life sentences up off you?
I'm gonna tell you, like, I used to think about, you know, what can we do as people? What have my mom done? But you know, it's like when you said earlier, she had patience with me, man,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't want to allow me to make the mistakes that I made, but she allowed me to make them.
Mm-hmm.
And grow into the man that I became. You know, and some children you can't just sit back and just watch them destroy their life. You know, some kids gonna destroy their life regardless of, you know, what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just the course they're gonna take. And I took the fucked up road, and my mom paid for it.
What you mean by that?
You know, like all the hurt and grief
Mm-hmm.
that I put her through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the thing that I never did, you know, like I never blamed her for my stepfather's action.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've never made her feel guilty about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been a point in my life where I didn't take self accountability for the things that I did
Mm-hmm.
with my life. I ain't never point no fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't no streets. It wasn't my father. It wasn't my mother. It was me. You know, I made all these. See, the thing that a lot of people do, I can't play smart on this end and play dumb on that end.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was smart when it came to this, but dumb when it came to that.
Yeah.
No, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
What did she do that will essentially help you get freedom?
Well, when she paid the lawyer, and her and the lawyer developed a relationship. I'm talking about a relationship that the lawyer told me that she had to get me out. You know what I'm saying?
Black lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said, I had to get you out. You know what I'm saying? And it was like she fell in love with my mom. You know what I'm saying? My mom personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said, I had to get you out. I promised your mom I would get you out.
That's your shooter right there, Jack.
Yeah.
That's your shooter. Damn.
And man, my mom, I talked to my mom about maybe 10, 15 minutes about the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
My mom called and talked to the lady 5 minutes, sent her the money.
Just like that.
Just like that.
And so you're coming up for parole.
Yeah.
Is this your first time coming up for parole?
Nah.
When was the first time you came up for parole?
2008.
2008. And of course they set you off.
Yeah, 8.
They set you off 8?
Yeah.
What is that thought process like?
I seen it coming. You know, the thing that your family always, when you tell them I'm coming up for parole,
Mm-hmm.
you coming home, and then the whole family, oh, you figure it go home. You ain't told nobody you coming home. You told them you coming up for parole. And then you gotta call home and hurt everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You already hurt. Now you gotta call home and hurt everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just got to a point where I had started saying, I won't gonna tell nobody.
Yeah.
But her. You know, and my mom, she knew she was getting ready to pass. And she was trying to prepare everybody for it.
Was she ill?
Yeah, lupus.
Okay.
And
is lupus the same thing the Trick Daddy got?
I'm not certain.
Okay.
And she had got to a point where she was telling me all the time, I ain't never smoked no cigarettes, no weed, no nothing in my life. Now I can't even breathe, you know, so that hurt her more than anything.
Mm-hmm.